Hello, my name is Hugh Stewart, a partner at Foster and Partners Architects, and we'd like to present our new Museum of Antiquities at Narbonne in the southwest of France. You can see here an image of the entrance courtyard with its fountain, as in antique villas in the Roman era. It's the centerpiece of a new urban development on the edge of Narbonne and forms the entrance to the city, and is characterized also by an existing theatre, stadium, and exhibition centre. We plan a public square to the north, and it fronts onto the Canal de la Robine at the south. It's lifted on a podium around the surrounding, over the surrounding floodplain, and already incorporates cycle routes and planting of garrigue planting to the area around it. You can see the deep overhangs of the building to protect the public from the sun and the rain. The centerpiece of the collection is antique sculpture fragments, which in the Middle Ages were built into the city walls. These were demolished in the 19th century and stored in a Romanesque church nearby. But unfortunately, the stones were deteriorating rapidly, and hence the need for the new museum. The central space of the museum accommodates these stones and also combines the requirement for storage of them with the public areas of the museum, creating a very efficient plan. And this also incorporates top light to provide natural daylight to the museum. The main walls and structure of the museum is made with massive dry mix coloured concrete in layers, which provides thermal comfort within the museum, but also reflects the stratified character of archaeological investigation. The walls were constructed with full height shuttering with no ties, and incorporate insulation cast into the dry mix concrete, which was tamped into place in 20-centimeter lifts. The plan took a modular approach using the dry concrete structure with a much more precise grey precast concrete roof structure, which accommodates quite sizable seismic loads. It's a regular plan. You can see here how the structure adapts itself from columns to walls. There are no facings in the building. It's what you see is the structure, and it adapts itself from columns to walls. The plan is flexible, and you can see here how it accommodates the main exhibition displays, the storage and staff areas to the left, the entrances, and allows for future expansion. Part of our approach to design is to use prototypes extensively. And you can see here how we worked with different colors and textures to optimize the technique that was built. Eventually, we adopted a color which was reflected the terracotta color of the surrounding roof tiles. It's a kit of parts. The trabeated structure of column and beam support long-span precast roof structures, which extend to as much as 9-meter cantilevers. It also allows the detailing to be optimized in terms of cost, but also in terms of detail. And you can see here how very carefully studied junctions between the different elements came out in the final product. Here's a view of the display of the stones, antique stones, which are accommodated in an industrial storage system, which is adapted, I think, for the first time for museum use. It allows the public to identify a stone they're interested in. It's brought to a display area, and then the movie screens will tell the story of that stone. So it's very interactive. We work with a very limited palette of materials, the coloured concrete for the walls and the structure, the grey concrete floor and roof structure, glass, daylight and galvanized steel. And temporary non-structural elements were in white plasterboard. The building is serviced from a service void beneath the ground level, which also reflects the raised podium around the surrounding area. That allows the structure of the building to be completely visible internally, but also provides comfort in the lower part of the section where people actually need it. The professional areas in the back of the museum are punctuated by courtyards cut into the plan, which allows for natural daylight and natural ventilation of the adjacent workshop spaces and office spaces, with communal spaces and benches and planting in the centre. We've introduced a restaurant in the entrance to the museum, which is not just for visitors, but also for the wider community of Narbonne. Situated on the canal, the public can walk along the canal for an evening or lunchtime meal, and it's also integrated on a footpath crossing the site. We've worked to introduce great transparency in the plan. You can see here the view from the restaurant through to the outdoor terrace and to the magnificent plains along the Canal de la Robine. The building is an essay in shade, light and mass and delicacy of mass. Concrete is a very heavy material, and we've succeeded in making it feel light. Thank you very much.